Hey everyone, my name is Simpsy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Total War Rome 2 DEI here today on the channel. We're back with episode 10 of our Massilia campaign. Here today, we're going to be continuing our hot war with the Roman Republic. So, if you'd like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. I'd really much appreciate it. The birth of the Parthian kingdom has now happened as we've tried to flood multiple stacks into Cisalpine Gaul. The Massilian navy is here, and we're going to continue this war with the Romans. So Cisalpine Gaul fell to the Romans. The Insurbus tribe were taken out. Now we've managed to kill Gnaeus Cornelius Scipio, crushing one full stack. And we got rid of Strabo in the last episode as well. Looks like faction leader Lucius Julius here is at Pavium. So we might be able to crush a third if we're lucky. We have a united Hellenic France now backing us as we push against the Romans that have they did have the entirety of the Italian peninsula under their control. They also had Illyria and Syracuse, but we're going to slowly push in. We'll try and be aggressive and offensive where we can, but we're going to be trying to use our strengths in this war with them. Ballista, artillery supremacy, and then our hoplites. We've got a secondary army here. I could look to push into Arretium and Arinium, but I think securing and locking down Cisalpine Gaul is the main play. We've already pushed into huge swaths of barbarian territory, which have been held by tens of thousands of Gauls. I'm sure the inhabitants of Cisalpine, what's left of the barbarians, might be like, oh nice, the Hellenic kingdom is here to convert us. Okay, so although this is a fort battle, I'm going to manually play this one against Lucius Julius Libo, their faction leader. A lot of slingers. I wouldn't normally probably play this, but we have Ballista, so they might sally out. If not, they're just going to sit in that fort and just get absolutely stuffed if they're not careful. Here we go. Battle of Pavium. So this will be the third legion potentially crushed, which would be massive. Faction leader destroyed. But I did not want this war. I was constantly trying to find a diplomatic solution, but it was not to be had. I would have much preferred putting all of our military, logistics, material, resources potentially into, I don't know, facing the Celtiberian kingdoms. It would piss off Carthage though. Maybe going over to Britain. Not having all of our resources and territory on the continent. Okay, so they're going to be deploying from the right of screen. I could rally... do you know what, in hindsight I should have moved further right actually. Okay, we're further back though. Hang on. Let's move slightly forward. Now I moved the ballista as close to the fort as we could. We've still got our Germanic mercenaries on the flanks. They're trying to earn their last bit of coin. Okay, so now we're starting to pepper. This should be really good. Super narrow as they're coming out. Let's move my cavalry to the right hand side, and we'll try and get everyone down here. I'm going to get them to run. Okay, so let's form up. We've got Archimedes and his engineering machinations and marvels peppering. That's what we got. Look at that. A little bit of a wall they're protecting, but we should be able to pepper them. Let's try and get some manual shots, I suppose. So, decided to fort up in Pavium. Not bad of a decision. 9 times out of 10 that works, except for the Greeks when they bring ballista. Forts in DEI I can't stand. They are so strong. It's pretty hard to get the AI to attack you in them because they know that. But forcefully attacking them can be tricky. Okay, so they're going to move up their skirmishers here. There might be an opportunity to grab them. Just got to be careful if they start intertwining. Let's go for them. Now, I wonder how much more this Roman Republic's going to be able to muster. They haven't hit Marian reforms, which is good. These equites are coming out, though. Oh, although we've got 3 units here, I'd nearly be a little bit worried. Because ours are medium. Toe to toe. The Romans are just so good. I can't stress this enough. Even pre-Marian reforms, plebeian, they're still so good. They're trying to snipe my general. What the? Trying to put some pressure back on them. Yeah, they're actually trying to go for him. That's crazy. That's such a shrewd play. To be fair, we are facing a pretty high prominent commander. Hell, it's their faction leader at the end of the day. If we get rid of him, we might be able to reset peace. Who knows, though? Okay. I think they seem to... Oh, I'm going to try and slink my cavalry around here. We might be able to hit them. They're just coming too quick. We're starting to skirmish against them, which is nice. We are fighting with our faction leader against theirs. So, a battle of wills. But so far, all the other factions around us are laughing. Because they see the Romans and the Massilians, 2 of the biggest kingdoms in Western Europe now, just fighting each other. So the Carthaginians, the Celtiberian tribes, the Germanians, they've all got ambitions for territorial conquest. And now we're just fighting a bunch ourselves. So at the moment, we're even in the north. I reckon they've probably got more armies than us, though. They are. The AI obviously cheats. Reinforcement comes in. So they've probably got like more, even though we've got slightly. I reckon we've got the larger territory. Not so much the resources. I'm going to press insert on my keyboard here and manually shoot with the ballista. I think I'm going to need to. I don't think we're going to be able to hit Strabo. He's all the way... He's hiding back in the fort anyway. The coward. I guess he's not giving them their buff, which is slightly weird, but whatever. Okay, they're really trying to focus on my center here, and this is what we want. We want them coming towards us sitting in phalanx mode. We're going to horse sandwich them there. Keep firing into that center. There's so... Oh my god. Some of the randomness of these projectiles is kind of crazy. Okay, so we're out of ammunition now. Let's slightly move our general back up as he moved out of range. And... So what's coming in quicker? Skirmishes. First of the reinforcing is the cavalry. Second is the peltasts. Then the hoplites. We will have to be a little bit careful as we push into Cisalpine. We don't have that many Hellenic units at our disposal because it's really only the southern coastal area where these Hellenic units are going to be found. Man, maybe we should push into Illyria. We might find some lost Greek sympathizers over there. No, there's mostly Illyrian pirates there now, but there still probably is a bigger chunk that we can get. Relying on Samnites in the Italian states might be a good idea. Maybe we should bring back Epirus or something. When we pushed into Genoa, we could have very well... Hang on, I just gotta be careful with my cavalry. Is one of these a general unit? I think he might be. Yeah, hang on. Why? Oh my god. That's a bit crazy, me doing that. Yeah, I did... I could have brought back Liguria / Genoa, but I think I want to try and take this territory. The only thing is with Massilia, the unit roster ain't the best. It's good because it's Hellenic, but like Sparta, Athens, I think even Chimeria probably has a better roster. It's just they just don't have those elite troops. We're making it work though. They're just a cool faction. Cool history. Marseille, still a city to this day. There's a lot to like about them. Anyway, setting up a buffer state, because the only thing is if we lose Massalia, it would bounce the capital elsewhere, and we want that to be protected, so... If the Romans were ever to move into Cisalpine Gaul, which they now have, before we moved in, it was only a matter of time. It took them 70 turns to go in there. I think the Incerberus tribe just did really, really well. I swear they had all of Cisalpine Gaul under their control, and they had territory in Illyria before they got pushed back. Here are our Germanic warriors doing their bit. Not too many of them left. We got them when we were up in the Nervii territory. Okay. Pushing into the second week of this particular campaign. Nice, those peltasts have now come in, and then we'll mix up the firing pattern. But the reinforcing peltasts, as long as you can focus your main primary fire into that cluster, it'll be perfect. So, generals sitting further back. We've crushed the skirmishers, but they still continue the push. This is just the Romans for you. They are just so good. And we'll try and cycle charge down here. I wouldn't be surprised if they really don't capitulate for quite some time. Okay, so we'll look to give out some attack orders as well. I tend to forget to do that. You really should, even in position, because you can rack up the kills slightly. Okay, multiple attack orders are now coming out. Skirmishers now firing in, and we'll cycle charge with higher cavalry. The battle is probably swinging in our favour now. Here we go. Perfect. Just what we need. I'm sure the Romans hate now fighting a fully united Hellenic France. It's probably quite difficult. It's probably easier to tame barbarians in the north. Okay. So, the main bulk of my reinforcements are truly yet to arrive. Still peppering in there though. I wish I had more ballista ammunition. Is 2 overkill? I don't know. Maybe. They're just so expensive. They do rack up like 300 kills though, which is nice. Okay. We're just going to speed things up because we don't need to see all of this hammer and anvil action. Once again, putting my cavalry to work. Big time. Oh, they must be so close to capitulating. Nice. But thankfully with our ballista, we're able to turn this offensive fort battle into a defensive land battle, essentially. Okay, let's try and run down as many of them as we can. Oh, and we've won victory. Okay, so we're going to try and run them down, which we have. Decisive victory, 800 lost. So Lucius Julius Libo, dictator slash consul, I don't know what he is. We lost the German army. Oh my god, we completely crushed that full stack. We lost one German unit, sorry. A bit of our German army, you could say. Cavalry. Okay, so we'll run him down. Hopefully the new consul will be more applicable. But this is going to be their faction leader done, who had his anti-Massilian policy. So Gnaeus Scipio dead, Strabo, Decimus, 10-star commander, and then now Libo, all hovering around 4 to 5. Pavium's about to fall, and Cisalpine is secured under the Massilian banner. Why won't you sue for peace? We could go with the Gallic roster. We'll break it down, we'll see though. We might just... I think we just need to get what we can get. Ligurian cavalry. We've still got half a stack in the north. We've still got this army coming south. We could get mercenaries. We're making quite a bit. I'm not sure what to go with here. There's so much good stuff. Movement, empire maintenance, you can't really go too wrong. But we can't seem to see any more units. Is pushing into Arretium too much of an overextension? Maybe. We probably could do with an army at Massilia. so we can bring it over. We've got a bunch of family members now. Once we pushed into Medellin, we managed to unlock the next tier of Imperium. Yeah, so we're really struggling to get more Massalian hoplites, and we can't even get the peltasts either, but the best thing we can get is the swordsmen. So we might as well grab them, even though, if I'm being honest, I'm not the biggest fan of them. And I suppose we'll see how the Romans react. Oh, we can get trade with the Nori. Can I get some money from them? Oh, look, I'm more than happy just to sign a non-aggression and trade pact, if I'm being frank. Yeah, let's get that deal done. The last thing we want is them to push on the north. Thrace hates us. They're forming their own Balkan kingdom. Oh, it's because they're enemies with the Greek city-states, Macedon and Athens. Okay. Okay, let's end the turn and continue. The Romans didn't react. We're going to be able to hire a new character. That's good. Okay, let's move my spy further south. I could move the other one to those Illyrian territories. Is that too much, having a full navy up there? I guess it's deterring the Iceni. And I think we'll look to lock down and secure this territory. They could have an army in Illyria. Actually, let's go. Oh, I want wine, but I think we need a Hellenic outpost here, potentially. And then we'll just try and get whoever we can. You're now moving south, getting a better army at Massilia. I could push into Arretium and Illyria, but sorry, Arretium and Irinium. But I think when you get into Latium, like stacks tend to spawn. So let's move back to Genoa. Let's just try and secure this province. We could even get another navy, or we could divert some. The thing is, the navy's already up there. It's going to take so long to move the ships around. I wish we could just move the ships on land through Bertigala to Narbo. It might actually be easier. I don't think so. It'd be funny. Do the Viking technique. So that's more of a deterrence up there. I think half the stacks spread around in problem areas is probably not a bad idea. And we'll try and finish that off. Do the Romans want peace, or do the Retii want trade? No. They don't, unfortunately. Okay, so we had that family member, so let's adopt her, and then we can farm it even bigger. My family tree is massive. It was already quite big, thanks to my uncle. Anyway, unfortunately on that note, it's time to wrap things up here. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed episode 10 of our Massalian series. Stay tuned for episode 11, coming out tomorrow. And we're going to continue this war with the Romans once we consolidate Cisalpine. Once we get more armies and resources in, we'll look to push over the border. But we'll see how they go. We might be better off just to sit here, grind them a bit, and then push on. We don't want to overextend ourselves too much necessarily. But anyway, like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. My name has been Simpsy. Make sure to take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next one.